Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'll show you guys this new courier website, courier logistics website, which comes with a lot of amazing features. So in this video I'll show you guys how to set up this website and how this website works and how you can also manage this website, right? That wasn't much of the time. Let's go straight into the video. As you can see, this is the front page of the website. You can see the color has been selected for you. It comes with a very amazing design, and it's pictures and layout has been done for you already. Content has been added for you already. You can see the design is very awesome. Okay, so this is just the front end here. So this is the tracking page. Click on here now to track the product. Click on track. Alright, as you can see, it comes to amazing tracking tracking page. So all I have to do is just to enter the tracking number. Alright, enter the tracking number. Click on track shipment. Alright, click on track shipment. You can see it comes an amazing loader too. So this is the tracking page. Here you can see your tracking ID, current status, the live map, from to shipment details, the status information, journey progress, the parcel information. You can see the history all year. You can choose to print receipts or pay fee, right? It comes with pay fee too. If you put on print receipt here, you can see the print receipts right now. See, it comes an amazing receipt here. All right, this is the amazing receipt here. All right, you can see the official stamp and all that here. So that is just that for this session. Go back here. So basically, this is just how the front end actually works. So now let me log into the admin side and show how can manage this website from the admin side. So let's log into the admin, take it straight to the dash where you can see your total shipment, the shipment statistics, latest shipment, and all that. So if you click on manage shipments here, that's where you can see all the available shipment on this website, right? You can choose to view, update, or print receipt here. So you can view here. You can see all the details about the shipment, the photos, the receiver information, shipment cost, tracking history, everything here. So here you can choose to edit this shipment too, right? You can edit this shipment information here, right? So let me just go back to list, right? So that is just that. So yeah, if I want to update the shipment, just click on update. That's to update the progress. So you can just click on order confirmed on the way custom hold, put in the location, put in the comment and details. If you choose to send me to the user after when updating, check that, then click on update status. There you can see the history too. So that's just that for this session. Here you have a create new shipment, right? Create new shipment. You can just put in a sender name, details, receiver information, shipment information, the package description, the shipment cost, clearance cost, cost, payment status, paid or unpaid, then the delivery presented, completed, and all that. After doing that, just click on create shipment. So that's just that for this. Here you have shipment deposits, right? You can see all the deposits for shipment. You can choose to view, right? If you click on view here, you can actually view this and actually approve this one, right? So that's just that for this session. You can also choose to delete or process. Click on process here. You can choose to approve this. So comment just load. Coming. Alright, so this is just see action successful. That particular deposit has been approved, right? So here you have your email service. Right, so you can choose to send email to all the user or choose a particular user, put in a message and click on send. So that's just that for this. Here you have the administration details. You can choose to add admin, manage admin. Here you have your settings. You click on app settings, you can see the app settings here. Right, you can put the site name, the welcome message, site URL, the year, the photo, and the file icon. Then click on update. Here you have preference. Put in your email, your currency, and here you have your SMTP details, so our users can actually receive mail on the website. So that's all for this admin side and how the admin can manage this website. So next thing to show you now is how to actually set up yourself or for your clients. Alright, so once you log into your cPanel, take it straight to this dashboard. If you don't know how to get your own domain name and hosting or get your cPanel details, in number of people under this video, you can just contact us. We'll show you how to get your own domain name and hosting and you get cPanel details. And also, if you have any video helpful, Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn the notification bell for more awesome videos and tutorials like this. Okay, so once you log into this dashboard, for this I'll be putting the main in a subdomain. And if you're putting the main domain or topic class or HTML, it's actually the same process, right? That's the same process. You just have to go down here, and if you're putting the main domain, you use this public underscore HTML. I'm uploading the subdomain, just click here, right? Just click here, and I'll click on upload here, right? Click on upload, click on select files, click on select files. I just have to locate it. So come in, let me look for it. Where is it? Let me see. Is it alright? Is it? So just have to wait for it to finish uploading. Once it finish uploading, we can actually continue with it. So while that's uploading, go back to your database, search your DB database wizard, click on that, and I have to create a database that will actually connect it. Right, so click on that, search I'll just call this app. Okay, call it app DB. Right, click on next step. Click on next step and click on this paste this here. So basically all my database name, username and password are actually the same thing, right? So not now. Allow privileges, make changes, right? Make changes. So now search PHP my admin, right? PHP my admin. So just locate that one, created which app, click on it, click on import, and that's it. So let's wait and see. Okay, our file is still uploading, so let's give it time for it to finish uploading, then we can actually continue. Then just right click on extract files, right? Click on extract files, then just wait for it to finish extracting, then alright, so since extracting, just click on close and close. So I'll just delete alright, so once you extract it, click on here, make sure show within files is checked, right? Then click on save here. Alright, then go back to env, click on edit and put in your database name here. What is it? Database name here. env, paste this there, then paste this here. Then the website URL, is it? Sorry, website URL should be domains. Look for the website URL. Oh, let me see. Look for test domains and on that. Then I'll just have to click on the test, copy the URL, paste this here. Let's copy this and let's remove this, paste this there, then click on save, right? Click on save, and I saw something just now, version should be 8.1, so search for PHP my admin, click on that, and sorry, I said PHP my admin, PHP multi-PHP manager, this one here, but multi-PHP manager, back on that, and we have to look for that domain, which is test. Okay, it's 8.1 now, right? So I will go back here, not here, go to SQL folder, download this, right? Go to PHP admin, click on app, click on import, click here, browse, select that particular SQL file, oh sorry, not that, click on open, is it, right? Then you can import, right? So that just it. So once I finish importing, you see green source message here, right? So that's just how you can search website. Find the video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn the notification bell for more awesome videos like this. And that will be all for today. See you guys in the next one. Bye for now.